Uh, hey YouTube, Gundam here, welcome back. I am decided to finally paint it. I still have a lot of work to go, but I will show off the comparison of them and some details on weaponry and all. And I'll go over mine after I remove these. So, Captain Jack said it should be similar in size to the Defender here, which this thing's kind of bugged out, as you can see. Large collection of weapons right here up top. A couple weapons back there and some weapons on the sides and bottom. And then nothing in the back. Just large hanger. So he says similar in size to this, but smaller than this. And I definitely accomplished that. Might need to redo the paint job or the metal sheen. Give it that feel there. I think about it, I should probably put in this as just a black. Let it pick up from there. That'll work. So, this thing is crazy. The triple gun on the bottom, heavy forward armament, obviously, followed by a large assortment of weapons, some offense, some defense, handful on top here, and then a gargantuan battery on the bottom. That's a lot of guns. Yeah, I definitely want to put on a different palette to make it look more like this thing once I can figure out which one that is. But let's take a look at important detailed information. Oh, I forgot I have my character. So the Defender, about 80 long, 20 wide, 24 high, with 4 Vulcans, 14 Bofors, and 2 dual 300mm cannons. The Valiant battlecruiser, 138, 55, and 22, long, wide, high. 18 Vulcans, 10 Tellian flags, which I think are double the capability of the Bofors. So I'm going to say that's 20 Bofors. 20 of those dual 300s, 1 triple 300, and a total of 14 barrels of Ford Tellian cannons. No idea how good those are, but I'm assuming they're better than the artillery cannons I've got. Mine, I actually need to double check the length with height, but 81 long, 29 wide, 32 high. So it's the tallest of the three, and surprisingly the Valiant is the shortest of the three down there. So, 24 Vulcans gives it the most Vulcans. 19 Bofors. It's kind of in between the two. I was thinking of knocking out 1 or 2 of those as well. Only 8 of those dual 300s instead of 20. I have 12 single 300s and 10 Ford artillery cannons, so yeah. So, comparing the three, this is a view. Look at that. Yeah, look at this. That is your view. So mine definitely has volume, but length and width, not so much. Alrighty. Now I can finally get rid of these. That will free up quite a bit on my server. There we go. Let's take a look. So what I've done for the changes now, I've started by spray painting the entire thing. And I haven't done much detailing work, but I completely redid the bridge. It looks more like the Pillar of Autumn's bridge now. You have, there are red panel lights around, which are currently on for red alert status, and they're flashing red alert things around. I need to add a lot more. I don't know why these aren't black. I spray painted it. I'll fix that later. Yeah, the Pillar of Autumn has the bridge guys there, but I thought having a catwalk and an upper and a lower area might be a better idea, so somebody can go down and look, but you can walk over to that if you wanted to. Be of use, you know. Yeah, so this is the new bridge. Now, if you go around the bridge, I did push it back and add the ladder way back here. There's one. There we go. So I added behind it a small conference room. Redwood Industries logo. red panel, blue, and the red alert, of course. Nice conference room and a projector. That's what those are. Two things are on the bridge. The captain can choose whichever chair he wants. That's located right there. Other adjustments, I put in this. I've come up with the name of the Naglfar. I will show the Naglfar from EvE Online, so you can see what I've based it off of now. I was the Nidhogger carrier is cool looking, but the problem with it, I don't have one yet. I'll buy one later. But I do have this. Now, do know that I've turned down the I hate that. I've turned down the graphics settings considerably to help with my framework, but this is the Minmatar Naglfar. The Naglfar Dreadnought. Yeah. So, for those that are wondering, according to Wikipedia, apparently during the events of Ragnarök, Naglfar is a boat that goes to Vígríðr, ferrying hordes of monsters to do battle with the gods. Yeah. In EvE Online, it's the Minmatar Dreadnought. I have reduced myself to minimum graphics. You can see some of the guns there, and then a siege module. Stay right near the space station. As soon as somebody shows up, I dock. You can see some of the engines there, and way down there, along with there. And yes, these are lifts ferrying stuff around. So, I mean, this whole bottom section is basically just, this is all guns. And then cargo transfer, some engines here and there. The bottom, I'm not really sure, but the top is where it's kind of large. I think the bridge is this section of lights here, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, this thing, it's a classic. It's the tower. And look at that. Look at that. Each one of these is a gigantic cannon. I do love this thing when it comes to its appearance. And it's big. That's the other thing. It's big. I'm looking at it compared to the dock. It's a huge ship. Oh yeah, I turned off the effects. Dock. The only time in EvE Online you are safe is when you're docked. As soon as you undock anywhere, you're going to die, possibly. And especially in low sec. So, this is the Naglfar. I had built one in Space Engineers before, but... oh well. I'm going to go back to Space Engineers now, but I wanted to show you what the Naglfar is. The one that I had built in Space Engineers was gargantuan, and that's just not going to happen, so I made the smaller cruiser. Okay, now that I've got that, yes. So, it's, I mean, I love the Naglfar, and I'll read the description later, but, when it comes to the ship, I have added the crew quarters here. Did I do anything on the inside here? Not much. Oh, there's a large area of blue or spray painting. So I still need to do some work, obviously, but what I did add was crew zone here. There we go. Oh. That makes sense. The elevator or the stairwells aren't solid. Alright. So yeah, then the stairwells I added those, but not the red alert bits. I'll just leave those to other areas. But if you come all the way up to the top of it, and the top of this zone, which is that not connected? Yes, it is. Okay. Up top here, this is the access, the maintenance, or no, this is the fire control for the main guns. This is that bridge up top there. So, and also some cargo for them. But that leads to the rest of the ship down here, which immediate is the maintenance zone for the main guns, plus gravity well, or gravity generator, excuse me. And, are these just not able to go black? No, they cannot. Okay, then I'll leave it. So, yeah, I mean, the main guns are pretty important on a ship, so, however, important is what's through this door. Up here is the crew deck. So, crew deck, some nice vents. I need to add more detail by ripping up some floor and adding in the better things to get it detailed. Some blast doors, one crew zone, more blast doors, second crew zone, more blast doors. So, as for what's inside of these rooms, just this. You got a series of beds, you have a medical area, you have a battery, kitchen, armory to get air up, you have toilet and a shower in both of them, though they're not identical because other stuff is in the way, but they have the same stuff. So, yeah. Now, if you are here, let's go into the hallway, and you head further back, this is the turbo lift, and I believe this leads to main engineering. That lift, or the turbo lift, the stairwell, excuse me. Yeah, that's the stairwell which leads down. And there we go. I'm gonna continue spray painting as we go along. That's pretty good. So, alright. Okay. Wait a minute. I saw more. Oh, that's just that. Okay. I can back up to where I was. No problem. You know me. I like to doodle as I go along. So we are here. Back to that stairwell. Where am I? Here we are. There we are. So, from these stairs. Or from these stairs. From this zone, you can access main engineering from back there where I've added, and that ladder, the stairwell, this is the main stairwell, which leads down to all the floors. So, it's very easy for the crew to access things. I need to put in the red lighting here. I believe, though, I have at the top floor, which is this one. No, this, oh yeah, this is what I did. Added the red alert and stuff to those zones inside the blast doors. Now, if you want to go to main engineering, which I need a text panel. For main engineering, you come all the way back here to this great big door. From this great big door, you come in here and immediately come into a couple of extra reactors and a large amount of battery because I just really needed it. Go into the other one and you have the main engineering, which needs more detailing, but you get the basic idea. So, main engineering, you got the beacon, you have a bunch of reactors. This one's actually behind a wall because this is a maintenance shack with a lot of maintenance supplies in here. Extra reactor just for more power. A lot of main reactors. Yeah, these are black. Okay. And then you have a refinery over on the port side. You have the jump drive over on the starboard side. Cargo container. This is those collectors. And an assembler right here so you can access it. Otherwise, up here you have the shield controller. And this is actually an emergency airlock, or just a general airlock if you want, with some defensive guns to protect it. It's hiding behind a couple new engines on the back. I did seal that up somewhat, but not completely, unlike the bottom one, which is sealed completely. This at least has some small opening. I really wanted to keep that. But if you come through this, you can immediately access the ship, but there are 3 guns to say hello. So bear that in mind. Speaking of, I've removed the gun that was there, and okay, yeah, I removed the bottom gun that was there. I added these side guns, these 6 broadside guns on our side, because the main guns only turn 90 degrees, which means as soon as somebody gets to a certain point, they're unable to hit them, especially the side. So I added these to give the side a bit more firepower. That helps. There's the shield unit, so you want to keep that protected. But with its location back here, then I redid the bottom quite a bit, moving the one big gun forward, adding a couple Gatlings, removing a couple Bofors instead. There's that. That is 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so they'll be fine. So you have the big gun there, but again, they can only turn 90 degrees, so... The other thing I did add was this, which you can access from this same zone where you have the crew quarters. If they want, they can head up this stairs to here. This being a observation deck. It's kind of exposed, given its location, but it's there. So yeah. I need to figure out what the palette thing is for this. Yeah, I need to figure out which one of these it is. If anybody knows what he has for the Valiant, could you tell me? I'll start playing around with it, but I'll figure it out and just repaint the entire ship. So, yeah. Thank you for your time. That looks much better. I'll get it painted next. And then, oh, yeah, I did show the main engineering, but what I did not show was the below decks. So main engineering is good, but the below is still void. So this will be for crew stuff. This massive zone be for crew plus, yeah. So this is really the only thing besides detailing I have left. And detailing is the bane of one's existence. But all I've got left to do is this underneath the main hangar. Oh yeah, I was going to stick the gravity generator upstairs. Inside of the engineering, because that makes sense. Now, I should probably mention one thing before I go. There we go. That's much better. So, yeah, I'll add detailing like consoles and whatnot there. But an important thing about this is why I put engineering on the top instead of engineering on the bottom. is to do with this airlock. You have an airlock here, which I'll add some guns later. People come inside, pop upstairs when I eventually do this. What are they accessing first? If the first thing they were to access being the main engineering, that might be a problem. I decided they should not have access to main engineering first. Now above them it'll be the hangar, but that's just going to be the crew facilities. There'll be a large auditorium. I was thinking some sort of a holodeck-like thing, stuff like that, and some empty rooms that'll be ready for whatever use is needed of them. I was also thinking of a couple extra hydrogen tanks and reactors in the back here, but that's minor. Yeah, it's mainly, or probably just I don't know, hydrogen or reactors. If somebody accesses that, nah, I won't. I'll just put in that stuff so people won't have access to the important stuff. So yeah, just having an auditorium, a gymnasium, stuff like that. Now, one thing I do want to add is a briefing room for Marines and stuff, because is that it? Right? Yeah, they come up here. They take to the window or to the door. They go through this one. Yep, that's it. That'll give them access to the hangar. So if you have Marines, you can have them brief down here and go straight up. So that's going to do that. Some sort of large briefing room for them. I got a bit of room to work with, but this is the last area, and then I just have detailing. That's it. So yeah. And I just gotta figure out how the Valiant was painted. Alright, I will catch you all later. Alright. Somebody in the Discord said that if you go to a thing and hold, well, you have to have a block, hover over and hold Control, Shift, and P at the same time, it will copy your paint to it. Then you deselect this box, only have skin to repaint, and it doesn't change the color, only the skin. So, oh, this is so good. It just changes the skin to this beautiful, clean, crisp. Oh. Just go around holding shift and holding the middle or mouse wheels and just everything in a fraction of a second, just flying through everything. Look at that. Zoop, all done. Zoop. Oh, don't forget this soul zone. Go all the way down. Get all that. Yeah. Yes. Make sure to get it all. Yeah. So I think I'm going to keep a small chunk of the Valiant so I can use this. And goodbye to the rest of the Valiant. Stick this under here. That way I have it from now on. I never lose it again. Oh, it's so clean and crisp now. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so clean, it's so pretty, so beautiful. Oh, look at this engine bay though. Yeah. Alright. That's a good one. Now, one thing I do want to do, I haven't tested how its speed goes. I do need to add more ion engines around, more thrusters and all, but now that I have the other stuff, I'm going to cut the whole thing in half and take a look. Give it a second to load. Okay. Now, I want it there. I only want to turn that off. I want it here. Boop. Deleted that whole line. Now get ready for a massive lag spike when I do the other one. Boop. That's half, right? Yes, it is. And I remember this. That's not free flowing. Okay. So, yeah. So, going over the ship once more, as I get rid of that. Fire control, access port. This is the crew zone up here. You have the observation deck there, the shield generator there. And you have main engineering, which is this large area there. You have the rear hangar. I still need to detail that, obviously. The bottom zone here, which will be the crew luxury zone, which I need to do. Besides adding some additional ion engines to the outside, the outside's done. It's just all the interior work I still gotta do, mainly with the hangar. So once I do this zone and I add some ion engines, I'll do the hangars and then all the other detailing. Yeah, so we got the bridge, we have the deck there. I need to add a captain's ready room and a captain's quarters. I'm thinking of I don't need all these hydrogen tanks here. So eliminating a couple of them and putting it like in here, you know, that's kind of small, but I can redo the room a little bit. So these, because there's 3 next to each other there, and then 6 in the back and a couple of jump drives. So if I stick it there, it's not too far from the bridge. And literally, it's, if you want to access it, you go through the bridge there and then into this door, and that'll be it. So if I stick it there, you know, like right there on our side, captain's ready room and captain's quarters, it'll be a little small, but it'll fit. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I had added these engines right here on the bottom, so that it would stick right there. So wouldn't really be able to add windows unless they're right there, which that could work, you know. So, yeah. Now, I was thinking about these 3 guns here. Should I keep those? Because I kind of think I have too many Bofors, but having a top-heavy ship, weapon-wise, is good. So I might keep them. I'm really thinking of keeping them, so. But I don't know. So, yeah. That's the new Naglfar. I knew it. I'm surprised it's so little. Alright. And now that I have that, I can click that so it will do that. Okay. Alright. I have a lot of work to do, but next thing is this bottom zone here. And then I'll do the 2 hangars. And then all the interior detailing after with some ion engines. And then it's done. Yes! Thank you. See you later.